I'm going to make a video here. The background is so beautiful. I hope you are doing well. Today I'm going to be talking about the question that's been asked by about more than five people. So thank you so much for asking me this question. I didn't forget it. I've been trying so hard to get time to talk about it from my perspective. What I'm going to tell you is not the absolute answer, but at least I think it might be important. Basing on my experience and basing on how I see the world, what I say, I think is important to you. So, and what is that question? The question is, and how can we gain the best out of it? How can we gain the best by studying at Oxford University or studying at one of Oxford's colleges, such as Wolfson College. I just love my college so much. So that's what I'm going to so that's what I'm going to be talking about today. And I love flowers. So I don't know, it's not spring, but our flowers are so beautiful in the background, and I decided to just be here and make a video with them. So I hope you like it, and the background as well. And I have some birds making some noise, but I hope you like it. Many people get afraid of joining Oxford University, but I have a feeling that you should clap for yourself. Congratulations to all those people who have admissions here. It's very, very competitive. It's very diverse. I don't know how I can emphasize this, but getting here is extremely competitive. So congratulations, you did a great job. You should be proud of yourself before anybody else says we are proud of you. No, you should be proud of yourself first, because you did the job. You got help from various people, but you were at the center of each and everything. Writing, directing everything, requesting people for recommendations and everything. You were at the center of it. So be proud of yourself. Once you come here, you might get scared. Oh my goodness, how am I going to be in the middle of those geniuses and everything? We are all humans, we eat the same food, and we go to toilet. So don't get scared of people, okay? We are all humans. Every person here in the universe is a human. So when you come here, don't think that I'm dumb or like this. The moment you're here, or the moment you are at any university, the moment that you are accepted to any university, that means that, you are good enough. You're good enough. Getting into a university is not something easy. It's not easy at all, because it's a process of learning how to digest various information and how to apply it in your life. So if professors see that capability in you, you should be proud of yourself. So don't ever put yourself down. You are capable of doing anything if you want to, and if there are not so many stumbling blocks in your way. You are capable of doing it. When you came here, there are so many things you're going to be focusing on, but the most important thing is your education. There are so many events. Well, Corona has made some events not okay. There are so many events that are cancelled because of the pandemic. So that is advantageous, at the same time disadvantageous. The advantage of that is that you can only focus on your education, but the disadvantage of that is that you lose one of the important things about life, making connections. So one of the things you should focus on here apart from your education, is making connections. I don't know how much I should emphasize this, but you should make sure that you have some people who can be there for you, or people who you can contact in the future for some things, you know. I won't mention them, but I'm sure you understand what I'm talking about. Make important connections, both in academia and outside academia. Make friends. I will be honest with you. You cannot be friends with everybody in your class. That's not possible. It's way too much for you. You will say that I'm mean, but I'm honest, you know. I'm telling you the real life. If you are friends with everybody in your class, then I don't understand. I don't understand you. It's way too much. You cannot understand everybody's characters or behaviors and accommodate them. So make friends. You know what you want. So choose some friends and stay with them, and just, you know, be there for them and try to understand what they want to do in the future. You never know, you know. We don't know where the world will take us after here. So you might actually end up maybe setting up a company with the friend you made at Oxford. You might end up working together with your friend at a specific institution as researchers, you know, as professors, as pharmacists, you know, as agriculturists, as economists. So you don't know where the world is going to take you. Of course, we are planning, but we don't know what will happen to us the day after tomorrow or next year, right? So make friends, but choose your friends wisely. Of course, you're not going to force people to be your friends, okay? Yeah, we all deserve, you know, how can I call it? Don't force yourself on people. Just create friends. You know, if you meet a person, you can know that, oh, I think I gel with this person. Our friendship is not forced, okay? So you can create amicable friendships, but both parties should value the friendship. If one party doesn't value the friendship, then what's the importance of you being there? Anyways, it's up to you, but I myself, I live quickly. Yeah, but anyways, that's life. So the second thing I want to talk about is building your CV. I don't know how, you know, I don't know how this will be, but if there is a possibility of you participating in various, you know, various events or volunteering opportunities, I would advise you, yeah, to try them, you know, to try them. Seriously, they help a lot. They do help a lot, because that not only, you know, broadens your network, but it also helps you to understand how the world works, various challenges, you know, that are in the UK, how they get solved, and it can help you actually to learn something that is transferable to your country. For example, if you volunteer to help a certain organization that helps to give food to people who don't have what to eat, then you can understand that, oh my God, oh, I thought that hunger is only maybe in developing countries, but oh, even in the UK, people have various challenges, but how do people go about them? Oh, so actually, if I go back to my country, I can organize something, and I also give out, you know, some things, basic needs to people around me. So there are some things you can learn by participating in various activities. So I would advise you to do that. The next thing is you working so hard in your academics. Oxford is a very competitive university, and the minds here are very competitive. You might not feel the competition because we are in the pandemic and everything is online. You don't have a chance to debate, you don't have a chance to discuss and say this idea, the other person opposing you, everything, you know. But I think you should have that at the back of your mind, that you are in an environment where people are very competitive. I personally, I believe in competition, but I believe in working together because we are under the same house, that is Oxford. Competing with my friend might not be that helpful from my understanding, but if I compete with another person, maybe from Stanford, that makes more sense to me than competing with a person from the same house. From my understanding, yeah. But so when you come here, competition is there, so you have to work so hard. But this competition might just be, you should understand this competition in terms of fighting for the next opportunities you require, or fighting for opportunities you need for your next step of life. For example, scholarships. You might need to work hard because there are so many students who are working hard to get a certain scholarship. So it might, it might require you to work so hard as well to be able to be a rival, to be a rival when they are assigning those scholarships. So you really need to work hard on that. And then you always have to keep in mind that you're going to be here. If you're going to do your master's degree, it's only 1 year. 1 year is nothing. I'm telling you, 1 year is nothing. I came here a few months ago, from Japan to here a few months ago. And I'm graduating very soon. Next month I'll be done with everything. So 1 year is nothing. So always try to know what's next. What's next? What are you going to do next? After this, what are you going to do next? And how can Oxford prepare you for your next step of life? And this actually takes me to the point that I'm going to emphasize so much. Before you join Oxford University, get a pen and notebook and write all the things you expect to gain from Oxford University. If you join this place without any objectives or without any aims or without any things you're looking forward to achieve from this place, you end up gaining something, but it will be less because you didn't set the goals, right? So I would advise you to set the goals or to set things that you want to really gain before you leave this place. Give you an example. Before I left Japan, I got a pen and a paper and I wrote, I'm joining this course, yes. I've never been to the UK, yes. I have learned about Oxford University a year ago, okay, that's great. And it's one of those best universities in the world, okay. So I am a person who grew up in a village, so how am I going to compete with these people? And I'm like, no, you don't have to compete actually. You don't have to do that. Just focus on what you want to understand and how you can prepare yourself to compete, for the next opportunities in your life. That's what I focused on. Not competing in class, but preparing myself to be competitive on a global scale. Not in Oxford, but on a global scale. You understand that? I think you understand the difference. I don't have to explain this so much. So I noticed that, okay, I'm studying about cancer treatment with radiotherapy because my course is Masters in Radiation Biology. So I was like, wow, I am interested in cancer treatment with radiotherapy. Perfect. So if I learn how cancer really develops, because I haven't gotten a chance to fully understand how this disease develops or how this set of diseases develop, if I understand that and if I understand how it can be treated with radiotherapy, that will be amazing. Then after that, if I can understand how we can prevent it, adding on the knowledge I already obtained from internships in Rwanda and in Uganda, if I can understand how best we can prevent cancer, that will be amazing. Perfect. I came here, I learned all those in those first 6 months, and I was so happy. And guess what? I ended up gaining much more because I learned how how radiotherapy is combined with chemotherapy, how it's combined with immunotherapy. I learned about virotherapy, that is using viruses to kill cancer. I learned so many things, using radionuclides to kill cancer. I learned so many things that I was so happy. That means that I wanted to learn this much and I ended up learning this much. You understand that? It's always write things you want to learn, that if they get covered, you will be satisfied and you will be happy to learn much, much more beyond what you wanted to learn before joining your course. Then the last thing is try not to miss various opportunities that are set or introduced by the university. For example, if you're a student who runs a specific organization or you are running an initiative, this university gives a lot of grants. Yeah, something I've learned about lately. Yeah, it gives a lot of grants, so make sure that you apply to those, you apply to those and don't miss that chance, because if your project is really meaningful and successful, that's a good push. If you get featured on the university's website, about your project, that is something good. So if you're running any project, I think I would advise you to apply to those grants. I didn't apply to any because I wasn't aware of them, or maybe I didn't do enough to look for them. But I advise you to look for those, to look for those grants for various projects. They'll help you a lot. They'll help you a lot, yeah. They'll help you a lot, because through the process, you'll get introduced to various people, and seriously, I can't lie to you. Staying here, at Oxford University, not only means that you're going to gain, high quality knowledge about various, fields or about your field of interest, but also getting connected, having those connections, in your life is very important. Is very, very, very important. I don't know how much I should, emphasize this, but I think it's very, very important. I have been lucky that, before coming here, I already got, I already had some connections. My former sponsors, that's Ashinaga, they introduced me to various people, in Oxford University and then in my college, and I was so comfortable. It was like, I came home, So if you don't have that chance, or if you don't have anybody who has introduced you to various people who stay where you're going to stay, try to make sure that you participate in applying to various grants, some essay competitions. Through those things, seriously, I'm telling you, you'll get amicable connections that will help you in the future, because you don't know how they will help you. So you just have to keep on making connections. Yeah, if you make 100 connections, at least 20 of those will be there for you when you need them. Yeah, so yeah, I think that is it. Yeah, I don't know if there is anything else I should tell you, but in summary, focus on your education. Focus on your education. Work hard, but also play, because you're a human. You need to balance life. Next thing, make as many connections as you can. You can participate in various, you can participate, organize various events in your college, you can participate in various sports. You can, be on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is very important. Yeah, LinkedIn. I advise you to be on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is very, very, very important, because there are so many opportunities there. Be updated with the information, There are so many good things about LinkedIn. And always think, what's next? What's my next step of life after here? Always have that at the back of your mind. After this course, what's next? If you want to be in academia like me, oh my goodness, I have so much passion for cancer research. Yeah, so if you're going to be in academia, I advise you to start thinking about applying for the DPhil positions. the moment you come, because most of them open in September and October. But at the same time, you have to be careful because not every default position opens in October. So, and you have to be careful, like, don't miss the deadlines for scholarships. Know when scholarships open up. You are studying, you're doing your master's degree, but at the same time, you're trying to focus on various opportunities that you need for your next step of life. That's all. If there is anything, of course, I'll be letting you know. But for today, I will stop here. I'll try to ask my friends who know better than I do if they have various points that vary or that deviate from what I told you. Of course, I'll be letting you know. But I think, yeah, from my understanding, that's what I think you should focus on. Thank you and bye. I will dance for you when I learn how to do ballet. I always want to learn how to do ballet. I will dance